My name is Muhammad Alim Daniel.
My name is Hakirani.
My name is Muhammad Ismail Hazim.
I am Abdul Rahim Mahmud Jani.
My name is Muhammad Shafiq and we are Malaysian.
Okay, for our teams we are focusing on World War II and also in the Malayan emergency and anything that relates to war history in Malaysia.
Basically, all of us loves war history. However, we are not only reading books to understand war history. However, we do this kind of things to understand history and appreciate it more than the others.
To make sure it as something that is old and must be preserved for the future reference.
Well, some of us, in our eyes or in my own personal eyes, we just enjoy uniforms. The uniforms that the soldiers wore during the period that we are researching. For example, like I do, I enjoy the Japanese uniforms, especially the infantry uniforms. To me, they especially look absolutely fascinating and by far looks absolutely cool.
Okay, for this hobby, we are officially started since 2012, and by the years we start going more and more, and we're seeing more members by the time and by the years to come. And hopefully, we also hope that this hobby shall continue on and grow much bigger in Malaysia.
It's actually for family historical background.
For me, it's more to military reenactment.
Oh, it's quite simple. It's nothing really related to academics, but it's just interesting to learn about it by myself because I just find it interesting that way.
I'm just honoring my late father, who is a policeman since 1950s, and my father-in-law, who is an ex-army.
For me, it just commemorated the history, so the future will understand what happened in the past, our ancestors' history.
Nope.
This is totally voluntary,
Yeah,
but we hope that we get paid someday.
Japanese.
For now, we have we're wearing Japanese, but
Japanese.
also for our group, we focus on not only Japanese but also American, British. We also follow German, European campaign, also Malayan campaign, Australian and local Malayan forces during the war.
Okay, for this question, actually, to be honest, based on my family history background, we don't have problem with the Japanese soldiers, nor with the British soldiers. So we both, for both British and Japanese, we don't have problem with them because we do not have any bad ties with them. We don't. We didn't provoke them, and actually, in my opinion, also based on facts. Actually, based on the soldiers. Some soldiers were good guys, some soldiers were bad guys. And also during the wartime, you have to understand that it is very
Complicated.
Complicated. You know, the wartime itself pressures the soldiers to depress. I mean, they got depressed by war. So it actually
There's
reflects their
always
psychology.
some good sides and bad sides in the war. In
Also
war, there's not good guys and bad guys.
Yeah.
Every side have the good guys.
Yeah.
Every side have the bad guys.
Actually,
So
it depends on the leaders.
depend on the leaders.
Depend on the leaders.
So we're just learning history to know the good and bad of both sides.
Yeah.
Once we do know, it will be easier for us to identify which one is the good ones and which one is the bad ones. But understandably, any faction in war or in any side of the war, they both have their good and bad sides. My point is just basically complements what they have said before.
Okay, since 2012, we have attended many events held by museums all around Malaysia, from the National Museum and from the Army Museum of Port Dickson. We have attended annually more than usually in year we attended 3 to 4 events of museum events and commemorative events, not only somewhere in the Kuala Lumpur region, but also we went to northern Malaysia, Kelantan, Pulau Pinang, southern part, Malacca and Johor. So we usually get events invitation all around the peninsula and hopefully also anywhere in Borneo. So usually for us it's an annual thing we do more than once, and we hope to continue doing it more than ever.
Okay, Professor Abu. Basically, I have been to Yasukini Jinja to pay respect during the 50th of August. I've been to Kelantan for the landing site ceremony, and I have been to several Japanese memorial. Basically, we never actually perform it with Shinto priests, either with someone that were religious. We just send flowers and then bow down to the memory. But unfortunately, I wish I can attend along with all the any actual Japanese along with the Shinto ceremony as well. Gitu ya.
I usually study about uniforms and social structure. Yeah.
We also study the ethics and discipline of the military that we are researching in, and also the strategy in terms that was used during the Great War.
Well, it's not really something that we can acquire much, but we do learn a lot about the weaponries used during the war, especially by infantry usage. For example, this what we call cannon, which was used during 1941 during our invasion of Kota Baru, which is currently, the cameraman will move and see the cannon itself. This was used in Kota Baru, and right after they had, in the sense of invasion, they still use this as a way to protect their stronghold to the Japanese, for the Japanese against the British in case they came back to take over Malaya. We also study about rifles and all that such, but I can leave that for other people to answer.
For me, I'm interested and more focused on the uniforms and the weapons.
So as me, I just like to understand how the weapon are function during the war, and how the tanks and planes and ship function during the battlefield. That's all I know. I love to learn.
Dan balik ke belakang, bagi nampak semua benda baru matikan. And matikan.
Okay, for us reenactors, we would like to more focus on the accuracy of history, and in terms of accuracy is overall in terms of ethics, discipline, uniform, and as what it was before during the time period of the Great War. Like if we're doing World War II, Japanese or British, we want to be as accurate as possible like the soldiers back then. And also if we're doing something else, we want that also to be accurate as the time of that era and military. Okay, for us reenactors, the reason why we wear also the uniform is not only like as previous before we read history, we learn history from textbooks, but in this case why we wear uniform is not only we want to know history based on textbook, but we also want to know history on what they look like, what they wear, what they do. So it's more to visual history than text history. So it shall give a more impact towards society and towards the people who are researching on this.
Well, it's very simple in the terms of what we're doing here for. We're not doing it when we say about history, especially for the Japanese history or the Japanese Empire that came to Malaya at the time. We're not here, or we're not learning or wearing this to support the ideology of fascism or imperialism. We're not here to support the ideology. We're here to learn history, to avoid it from happening, to spread the word of telling others of these sort of things that has happened in the past, and we don't want it to repeat ever again. It's just my stance, and it's all of our stance. We don't support the ideology. We only love the history.
Okay, for us, learning this history hobby, like we get the history research from, like for me, I have like friends who are here locally that knows this history related topics and subjects, and also we also have friends overseas. Like if we're doing Japanese, we have some friends in Japan itself. We have friends in Australia, in Thailand, and also in the far west, America. So we learn this history by asking them questions and learning, and also we share infos, share knowledge. So this hobby shall always become much larger and grow much bigger, and so it shall benefit the history world and the people studying and researching it.
Well, there's more to just asking people online or anything. Like asking around for information, that's not going to be able to get as much information or as much accuracy as you can. Sometimes information can be manipulated. So in my case, or in many people's case here, we do our own research by finding out our own research materials. This could be from books, from history books. We could look up on the internet from many different images that was already been captured or was dated back in the same era that we're trying to research for. We do as much research as we can on our own with whatever research material we could get. It's not just what we call art from asking around. We could just simply research up from history books, and we compare it with other research materials that we have that is to similar properties to it.
Yeah, in my case, I usually take all photos as my reference for the accuracy of the uniforms, because all photos explains that what were worn by the soldiers, what were actually worn by the soldiers. And also sometimes if I have some opportunities to meet the veterans, I will ask them how they wore during the wartime.
Okay, soalan terakhir.
部隊に参加して鉄のこたばる簡単や鈴での高いペラクシュゴムのジョホール乗り越えてシンガポールへまっしぐら100年長き侵略の牙城を見事に占領し重慶乱人五種の命の綱を断ちましたあの春もしかしです朝日の御旗返本と輝き競島の朝声を限りに万歳と叫べば浮かぶ友の顔僕はとうとう泣きましたしかし油断はなりませぬ1年2年は玉戦3年4年は根比べ出ません術やゲリラ戦敵には敵の武器がある はとっさはまだ早い、そうだ戦はこれからだ。10トル兵のその後に続く15の決死隊、頑張りましょうお母さん。